Good Yontif. We delight in the crowds we had yesterday. Over 300 people at 9 o'clock, over 300 more people at 10:45. We delight in small, intimate worship gatherings as well. So it's a real treat for David and me to be with you this morning as we enter into the second day of Rosh HaShanah and really engage in some worship with each other. And so I invite you to turn to page 106. We're going to begin with the singing of Barchi Nafshi.
Barchi Nafshi et Adonai, Adonai Elohai Gedalta Me'od. Oh, Hadar Levashta, O Teor Kasalma, Note Shammai Karia.
We are at the bottom of page 109. I have awakened. Jamie, would you lead us, please?
I have awakened again, and I give thanks. Before me, the blessing of this day, a feast of choices and possibilities. And the breath within me says, great is your faithfulness. You offer me another chance. You offer me life. This day I am created to create this day.
We each have a day to create. At the top of page 110, Matovu. Let's join together at the top of page 112 with a blessing for Torah study. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. The piece of text we're going to look at today is on page 118. Starting with Before I Go. Jerry, would you read that for us, please?
Starting with Before I Go, you know more about it? I'm sorry about that. Before I go to the market, I like to make lists. I look at the cupboards, see what is missing and short, In Elul, the month preceding Rosh HaShanah, I do the same thing. I take out my pocket calendar to look through every day of the waning year and reflect on each year's events. Where did I fall short? What was missing in my actions, and what good qualities was I running low? How new actions would add some holiness to my life? I bring the list to Slichot, and to services on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and compare its items to the specific sins in Al Het. I remember the circumstances of each pet, each mark I missed, each avon, each time I twisted the path. God set before me each Heshah. Each time I outwardly rebelled against what I knew was right. I think, too, about having composed my solitary list of sins by myself when the Al Het phrase says, the sin which I have sinned before you. It is an important reminder that I am part of a company of list checkers. The ruefulness and shame I feel are shared by others. We all stand with Benatah before you. We can face God with this list. God does not turn away. We do not have to either.
So we have lists. Maybe we have lists when we go to the market. I've been collecting lists this last month. My list is long. I hope we all have come with our lists that we are going to be working on over the Yamim Noraim. We are on page 120, Asher Yatzar. We give thanks for the way our bodies are working today. We give thanks for our health and for our bodies getting us here.
I thank you for my life, body and soul. Help me realize I am beautiful and whole. I'm perfect the way I am, and a little broken too. I will live each day as a gift I give to you. Whoa, whoa, Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei chol basar, mafli la'asot. Rofei chol basar, mafli la'asot. Baruch atah Adonai. Rofei chol basar, mafli la'asot. Join in with the woes if you feel comfortable.
As we give thanks for our bodies, the line of I'm a little bit broken and a little bit whole too, I think each of us can relate to that. We're here trying to add more of a sense of wholeness to ourselves as we go through the holiday. At the top of page 122, we give thanks to God for breathing our neshama, our soul, into us.
Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi Tehora, tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi
At the top of page 132, Ashrei calls upon us to feel grateful for dwelling in the house of God, the house of our own bodies, for dwelling where we are.
Ashrei, Ashrei, Yoshvei, Veitecha, Od Hallelujah, Od Hallelujah, Ashrei, Yoshvei, Veitecha.
Stacy, would you lead us on page 136, and we'll join with you responsively.
Blessed are we, blessed our gathering, as we open our hearts to the voice of the shofar.
Happy are we who hear its call to return, the sacred trumpet of Teshuvah.
Blessed are we, held close by an ancient sound that echoes the door by door from generation to generation.
Happy are we, rising to the joyful cry of a new year.
Blessed are we who hear in these blasts of sound the voice of community.
Happy are we who know its embrace, its season of celebration, its quest for connection and purpose.
Holy is this gift of community. Blessed the act of belonging.
On page 137, we rise. For people who it's better to stay seated, you go right ahead and stay seated. But we rise for the first sound of the shofar today. Shema Yisrael, hear, O Israel. The divine abounds everywhere and dwells in everything. Its faces are infinite. Its source suffuses all. The many are one. Tekiah. Shavarim Teruah. Tekiah. Please be seated. We are warmed up as we get ready to enter and come together in community with the Baruch Hu. First on page 141, the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, ve'imeru. Yehesh mei Rabba mevarach, le'alam ul'almei almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, V'yit hadar, v'yit alev, v'yit halal, shemei de kudesha,
Barichu.
le'ela u'le'ela mikol berchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, ve'imeru.
Amen. Page 142, let's stand.
Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach Baruch
Page 144. In love, you bring light to the earth and its creatures. Your goodness renews the creation each day. Infinite, varied, and rich are your works, divine artist, all of them wrought with wisdom. The whole earth is teeming with life. Awestruck by the universe, work of your hands, let all life bless you, praise you, and celebrate the beauty of your lights. May you shine a new light on Zion, and may we soon be privileged to share in that light. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot. We are on page 148. Bring us in peace from the four corners of the earth. Lead us with upright pride to the land that is ours. For you are a God of miracles and wonders. From all the peoples of the earth you sought us out and brought us near to your great enduring truth. So with love we acknowledge and proclaim that you are one. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Page 150.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
Let's be seated and join together in the Ve'ahavta on page 152.
To keep the integrity of the prayer, we're going to continue on to 153. We're not going to announce the pages, but you can follow along as we go along. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha ve'hayu hadevarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'aderech uvshochbecha uvekumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beineinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot betecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiyot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Neil, would you lead us please on page 162? Page 164.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, no ratzehi Tfilot Ose Pele Shira Chadasha Shebchu Gelim L'Shimcha Sfat Hayam Yachad Kulam Odu Behim Lechu Ve'ameru Adonai Yimloch Leolam Va'ed Tor Yisrael Kuma Be'ezrat Yisrael Uftechinu Mecha Yehuda veYisrael Go Aleinu Adonai Tzevaot Shemo Kedosh Yisrael Baruch Atah Adonai Gal Yisrael.
Page 166. Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav teaches us, make every effort to pray from the heart. Even if you don't succeed, the effort is precious in the eyes of the Eternal One. Let's stand.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 168. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Bekone Hakol Bezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei Bneihem L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava Zochreinu Lechayim Melech Hafetz B'Chayim V'chotvenu B'Sefer HaChayim L'mancha Elohim Chayim Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ezrat Sarah. Page 170. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lo Hoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofe Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishene Afar Michamocha Bal Givurot Umidom Elach Melech Meimid Umechaye Umasmiach Yeshua Michamocha El Harachamim Zocher Yitzurav L'chaim berachamim V'ne'emanata l'hachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hakol.
Let's be seated. Page 172. Why do I, for one, want to hear all of Unatana Tokef, not only the comforting parts? An answer comes from the octogenarian violinist Olga Bloom, founder of Barge Music in Brooklyn. Olga was once asked by the mayor of New York, "Olga, Why don't you put the barge on pilings so that when a large boat passes and causes a wake, the barge won't rock anymore and the piano won't ever roll across the stage during a performance, as it once did? Olga replied, I will never put the barge up on pilings because all beauty, all art, is in some way a wrestling with impermanence and death. Unetana Tokef is an artistic wrestling with the impermanence and death, with deeds and their consequences, with the power and powerlessness, with fear and reassurance, with mistakes and second chances. Page 174. And so, let these words of sanctity ascend to you, for you are God and sovereign.
Unetane tokef kedushat hayom ki hu nora vayom uvo tinase malchutecha bikon Bechesed kisecha v'teshev alav be'emet.
Let us proclaim the power of this day, a day whose holiness awakens deepest awe and inspires highest praise for your dominion. For your throne is a throne of love. Your reign is a reign of truth.
Emet ki ata udayan umochiach v'yodea va'ed v'chotev v'sofer umoneh v'tizkor Kol hanishkachot v'tiftach et sefer hazichronot ume'alav yicharei v'chotam yad kol adam bo.
In truth, you are judge and plaintiff, counselor and witness. You inscribe and seal. You record and recount. You remember all that we have forgotten. And when you open the book of memories, it speaks for itself. For every human hand leaves its mark, an imprint like no other. Page 178. On Rosh HaShanah, this is written. On the fast of Yom Kippur, this is sealed. How many will pass away from this world? How many will be born into it? Who will live and who will die? Who will reach the ripeness of age? Who will be taken before their time? Who by fire and who by water? Who by war and who by beast? Who by famine and who by drought? Who by earthquake and who by plague? Who by strangling and who by stoning? Who will rest and who will wander? Who will be tranquil and who will be troubled? Who will be calm and who tormented? Who will live in poverty and who in prosperity? Who will be humbled and who exalted?
Rosh HaShanah Yikatevun Uvyom Tzom Kippur Yechatemun Berosh Hashanah Yechatemun Uvyom Tzom Kippur Yechatemun Kama Yavarun V'chama Yibareun Mi Yechye Umi Yamut Mi V'kitzo Umi Lo V'kitzo Berosh Hashanah Yikatevun Yom Tzom Kippur, Yom Tzom Kippur, Yechatemu. Miva Esh u'miva Mayim, miva Cherev u'miva Chaya, miva Rav u'miva Tzama. Berosh HaShanah Yikatevun Uvyom Tzom Kippur, Uvyom Tzom Kippur Yechatemu. Miva Rosh u'miva Magefa, miva Chanukah u'miva Skila. Berosh HaShanah Yikatevun Uvyom Tzom Kippur, Uvyom Tzom Kippur Yechatemu. Miyanuach u'miyanuah, miyashkid u'miyatorah, miyishalev u'miyasir, miyani u'miyashir, miyushpal u'miyarum. Page 180. Uteshuva, utefila, utzadaka, Mavirin et roah hagazera.
But through return to the right path, through prayer and righteous giving, we can transcend the harshness of the decree. You are everything that we praise you for, slow to anger, quick to forgive. You do not wish the death of sinners, but urge them to return from their ways and live. Until the day of death, you wait for them. You accept them at once if they return. Since you created us, you know our impulses. We are but flesh and blood. Page 184. Let's stand.
Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, et shem shemakdishim tov yishmemaro, kakatuv hayad neviecha, b'kara zeh zeh ve'amar, kadosh kadosh kadosh, Adonai Tzivaot, Elok kol haaretz, kevodo. Adir adirenu Adonai, Adonenu ma'adir, shimcha b'chol haaretz, Baruch kevod Adonai mimkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu malkeinu, hu Moshienu vehu yashmienu, berachamav leinei chochai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elohayich Zion, Endor vador, Hallelujah. Endor vador nagid godlecha, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו, מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש אתה.
Let's be seated. April, would you lead us, please, on page 193?
The source of all might is exalted through justice. Hear the words of the Eternal. What need have I of all your sacrifices? I am sated with the burnt offerings of rams, the suet of fatlings, the blood of bulls. In lambs and he-goats I take no delight. They have become a burden to me. I cannot endure them. And when you lift up your hands, I will turn my eyes away from you. Though you pray at length, I will not listen. Your hands are stained with crime. Wash yourselves clean. Put your evil doings away from my sight. Cease to do evil. Learn to do good. Devote yourselves to justice. Defend the oppressed. Uphold the rights of the orphan. Plead the cause of the widow. And let justice roll down like waters, righteousness like a mighty stream.
Baruch Ha'el HaKadosh Shenikdesh B'Tzedakah. Page 196.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'emotenu Ya'aleh v'yavo v'yagia v'yera'eh v'yeratzeh v'yishama v'yipaked v'yizacher Zichronenu fiktonenu Zichron avotenu v'emotenu V'zichron Yerushalayim ir kodshecha V'zichron kol amecha be'Yisrael lefanecha Lifleita, litova, lechenu chesed urachamim, lechaim u'shalom b'yom hazikaron hazeh. Zochreinu Adonai Eloheinu bo letova.
Amen.
Ufokteinu bo livracha.
Amen.
V'hoshienu bo l'chaim.
Amen. Eternal our God, remember us.
Amen.
Be mindful of us.
Amen.
And redeem us for a life of goodness and blessing.
Amen.
We're on page 203. This blowing of the shofar is Malchuyot. It encourages us to examine the role that God has in our lives today. We think about the sovereignty of God. How do we praise God? How do we honor God? Each of the blowing of the shofars that we hear this morning expands and deepens our understanding and our reflections of God. On page 203, please join responsively with the italics. Awake, you sleepers, from your sleep. Rouse yourself from your slumber. Awake like Israel at the sea to the joyful song of Miriam and Moses.
Sing to the Eternal, for God has surged in triumph. The Eternal shall reign forever and ever.
Awake like Israel at Sinai to the dignity of being God's partners.
You shall be for me a holy nation, a sovereign community of priests.
Examine your deeds and return to God. Remember your Creator, you who are caught up in the daily routine, losing sight of eternal truth. You who waste your years in vain pursuits that neither profit nor save. Hear the rousing call to repentance.
The trumpets and the blast of the shofar raise a shout before the Eternal, the sovereign.
Hear and know the truth of a higher power.
God is sovereign, robed in majesty. God is clothed with strength, so the world stands firm and cannot be shaken.
Page 206. Let's stand.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishmoa kol shofar. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'hegianu Lazman Hazeh.
Tekiah. Shivarim Teruah. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shivarim. Tekiah. Tekiah. Teruah, Tekiah. Please be seated. We're waking up. In the middle of page 207, today the world is born anew. This day the whole of creation stands before you to be judged. As we are your children, love us in the way of mothers and fathers. As we are yours in service, guide us by the light of your justice, grace, and holiness. We are at the top of page 209. Ritzeh is our prayer, asking God to accept all of our prayers, however they come.
Ritzeh Adonai Eloheinu be'amecha Yisrael u'tefilatam be'ahava tikabel b'ratzon u'tehi ratzon Tamid Avodat Yisrael Yisrael Amecha El Karov Lechol Korav B'nei Alavadecha V'chonenu Shefoch Ruchacha ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים ברוך אתה
Marilyn Strauss, would you lead us, please, the top of page 213. The wisdom to use only what we need. Page 214.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu barachenu babracha hamshuleshech hatuva b'torah hamurav mipi kohanim am kedoshecha kamur yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha
Ken yehi ratzon.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'choneka
Ken yehi ratzon.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken yehi ratzon. May you know God's blessings of shelter and care. May you receive the light of God's kindness and grace.
May it be so.
May you see God's favor and goodness, and may you partake of God's grace.
May it be so.
We're on page 216. Ellen, would you lead us, please, in our reading for peace? Page 216. Ellen Parker, yeah.
Let there be peace, grant goodness, blessing, and grace, constancy, and compassion to us and all Israel, your people. Amen. Bless and unite all human beings in the light of your presence. For your light has shown us a holy path forward. So should we love, generosity, blessedness, mercy, life, and peace. In your goodness, bless your people Israel with peace at all times. Let us and the whole family of Israel be remembered and inscribed in the book of life. May it be a life of goodness, blessing, and prosperity. May it be a life of peace.
Baruch atah Adonai, oseh HaShalom. Sim Shalom at the top of page 216. After that, we'll take a few moments for private prayer. When we return together as a community, we'll be on page 220.
Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Chen v'chesed v'rachamim Chen v'chesed v'rachamim Rachamim Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Tova Uvracha Shalom, Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Bimru Amen. Hosei Shalom, Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Bimru Amen. Uyase Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshei Tevet. Hosei Shalom, Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Bimru Amen. Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Amen.
We're on page 224. Would you please rise? Avinu Malkeinu, we stand in awe, we draw close in love. Avinu Malkeinu, the power that passes through us and pervades all things. Avinu Malkeinu, the divine that is present within and among us. Avinu Malkeinu Shema Kolenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, we speak this sacred truth aloud.
Avinu Malkeinu Chatanu Lefanecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, we stand as one, accountable for our sins.
Avinu Malkeinu Chamol Aleinu Ve'al Olaleinu V'tapenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, we yearn for true compassion, for our children most of all.
Avinu Malkeinu Kalei Dever V'cherev V'ra'av Me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, may we resist the ravages of illness, fear, and despair.
Avinu Malkeinu Kalei Kol Tsar Umastin Me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, let us summon courage to withstand our enemies.
Avinu Malkeinu Kotvenu B'Sefer Chaim Tovim.
Avinu Malkeinu, let the goodness of this gift of life be engraved upon our hearts.
Avinu Malkeinu Chadash Aleinu Shana Tova.
Avinu Malkeinu, may we taste anew the sweetness of each day.
Avinu Malkeinu Malei Yadenu Mibrichotecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, let us wake up to the blessings already in our grasp. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Vanenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Vanenu, Ki ein banu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed, ve'oshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Vanenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Vanenu, Ki ein banu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed. v'chesed v'hoshienu.
Page 227.
En kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'en kemaasecha malechutecha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim etiva v'tzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Ki v'cha levad batachnu melech el ram v'nisa Adon olamim. Page 228. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum Bechanun, Erech Apayim, Brav Chesed Ve'emet, Notzer Chesed La'alafim, Notzer Avon V'Fesha, V'chata V'nakeh. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh v'norah Shemo, Gadlul Adonai iti, U'neromama Shemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai Hagidura Hagidura V'hatiferet V'hanetzach V'chavod Ki chov hashamayim u'ba'aretz Ki chov hashamayim u'ba'aretz Lecha Adonai hamamlacha Yamin Aseh lechol Rosh.
Please be seated. The second day of Rosh Hashanah, we learn a little bit more about our first patriarch, Abraham. Well, not a little bit more. We learn a little bit about him that we haven't looked at for a while, and we're going to look at it again today. The Torah portion that we do today comes from the book of Genesis. It comes from the Torah portion called Akedah. Would you please turn in your prayer book, in your Machzor? The blessings before and after can be found on page 230. The Torah portion itself starts on page 240. We are going to have 3 people chanting Torah today, but we're going to do it as one aliyah. So I want to invite up Jerry Katz, Leslie Katz, Rabbi Rosenberg for the chanting of the Torah, and for the blessing of the Torah, for the aliyah. I want to invite anybody who would like to come up to the bima and have a blessing at the Torah. And it gets turned around a little when it walks around. It's a big bima. It holds an awful lot of people. I would like as many people who would like to come up for an aliyah. Please come. Yeah. And again, the blessings are on page 230. The part of the Torah that will be chanted is on page 240. Oh, good. We've got a big bima. All of you coming up, keep moving to the center so those can come up behind you. This is good. Keep moving on in. We've got more people coming. Move in. Okay. Let's go ahead with the blessing.
There's room over here.
Plenty of room.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam
va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher machar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu es Torato. Baruch atah Adonai Nosei HaTorah.
Amen. Vayehi achar hadivarim ha'ele ve'ha'elohim nisa et Avraham vayomer elav Avraham vayomer hineni vayomer kach na et bincha et yechidcha asher ahavta et Yitzchak v'lech lecha el eretz hamoriya v'ha'alehu sham leola al achad heharim asher amar elecha vayashkem Avraham baboker v'yachavosh et hamorom vayikach et shnei ne'arav ito ve'et Yitzchak bino v'yavaka ad se'ola v'yakom v'yelech el hamakom asher amar lo ha'elohim bayom hashlishi vayisa Avraham et einav vayar et hamakom mirachok vayomer Avraham el ne'arav shevu lachem po im hachamor v'hani v'hana'ar Nelcha adko v'nishtachaveh v'neshuva alechem vayikach Avraham et את זה העולם. וישם על יצחק בנו, ויקח בידו את האש ואת המאכלת, וילכו שניהם יחדיו. ויאמר יצחק אל אברהם אביו, ויאמר אבי, ויאמר הנני בני, ויאמר הנה האש והעצים, ויעשה לעולם.
Vayomer Avraham Elohim Yireh lo chasei Liolah b'ni vaychu shnechem yaktav Vayavo'u El hamekom Asher Amar lo ha-Elohim, vayiven sham Avraham et hamizbeach, vayarok et ha'etzim, vayakod et Yitzchak bino, vayasen oto al hamizbeach mima'al la'etzim, vayishlach Avraham et yado, vayikach et hamachelet lishchok et bino, vayikra elav malach Adonai min hashamayim, vayomer Avraham vayomer hineni, vayomer al tishlach yirecha el chanar, v'al tachashlo me'umah, ki ata yadati, ki yirei Elohim ata, v'lo chasakta et bincha et yehidecha mimeni. Vayisa Avraham et enai yirei v'hine ayil acha neches baspa bechunav. Vayelech Avraham, vayikach et ha'ayil, vala alehu liolah tachat bino.
Beautiful. Amen. Vayikra Avraham Shem hamakom hahu Adonai Yireh Asher ye'amer hayom Behar Adonai Yera'eh. Vayikra Malach Adonai El Avraham Shenihid min hashamayim, Vahayomer binishbahati ne'um Adonai, Ki yahan asher asita et hadavar hazeh, V'lo hasachta et binecha et yechidecha, Ki varech avarcha v'harba arbeh, Et zaracha kekochavei hashamayim, V'hacho asher al sefat hayam, Vayirash zaracha et sha'ar oivav, V'hidvarechu v'zaracha kol goyei haaretz, Ekev asher shamata b'koli, Vayashav Avraham el ne'arav, Vayakumu vayelchu yachdav el be'er shava, Vayeshev Avraham be'er shava. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, Asher natan lanu Torat emet, V'chayei olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Notei Torah.
So I can't even begin to count the number of times I have heard you and you chant this particular portion. You, a lot. Yasher Koach to the three of you for bringing us this story. Once again, it is so beautiful to hear all of your voices with it. And for whatever reason, this group of people decided to come up for an aliyah. Maybe you wanted to be closer to the Torah. Maybe you wanted some kind of blessing as the new year gets started. Whatever brought you up here, we are honored and delighted that you came up here, and we have special blessings for you for being part of blessing the Torah. This congregation is very, very grateful to you all. And we're going to sit down and talk about this portion in just a moment. For now, all of you who are up here, get some hugs before you leave. And a few of you help me dress the Torah, and we will be fine. Congregation, please rise. Is 24 hours old?
Not yet.
The plate next. And then the pointer. Oh, everybody's okay. No, the pointer. The pointer.
He's got a level.
Oh. No, you don't have to move the chain. Yeah, there you go. That's the other one. They're going to be okay? Please be seated. I just learned a piece of information that I didn't know before. Yesterday, for the first aliyah to the Torah, we called everybody who had a new birth in the family during the past year. But within the last 24 hours, Ronnie, tell us.
Claire had a baby Samuel Caleb D'Souza yesterday at 2, and Rose was here for services and said they called up the people, but I couldn't come.
I saw Rose here. She is an aunt for the fifth time, and it was great to have her here, and I was thinking about what you were doing yesterday. So mazel tov to you. Give Claire our best, okay? And we're happy to hear about new life. The translation to the Akedah that we just read is on page 240, 241. I think we know the story pretty well. Some of you may have browsed through it while we were actually hearing it chanted. I want to tell you what we're going to talk about today. In our, we have copies of the Torah, a women's commentary. This is a commentary on the Torah completely from a woman's perspective. This is the Chumash that we use every week in Lunch and Learn, and the Torah stays the same. It doesn't change. The commentary on it changes a lot. And the commentary in the women's commentary about everything, but in this moment, particularly about the Akedah, is different. What this commentary does is after each Torah portion, in most commentaries you get the Haftarah, a little commentary on the portion from the book of prophets. And it's usually a prophet like Jeremiah or Ezekiel or Isaiah. You know, it's from a very male point of view. So the women's commentary doesn't have the regular Haftarah in it. At the end of the portion, it has something called voices. And what the voices are various readings and writings coming from women, giving commentary about the Torah portion. And you can imagine that it's a little bit different than what you would hear in a commentary that was written all by men. And so what I've done is I've taken some of the 3 commentaries about the Akedah from this book, from Women's Voices, and the 3 of them are here on this page. And what I'd like for you to do, there should be enough for everybody to have one copy. Maybe 1 or 2 people might have to share, but everybody should have enough. And what I want you to do, this is the time in synagogue where you're invited to talk to your neighbor. How often do you hear that? Get with somebody around you, get in 2s, get in 3s, read these, find something interesting to you to talk about, something meaningful to you. If you're sitting by yourself, don't be shy, get up, move, find somebody to sit with, and make a little chevruta. We're going to take about 5 minutes for this.
That's right.
Okay, I have heard, as I walk around the room, I have heard some very interesting comments, and I'd love for us to be able to share them. So let's hear what it is you have to say. Who wants to make a comment about something you read here, something it stirred for you, something you thought, something you liked, you didn't like? We want everybody to be able to hear your comments. So David's going to come around with a microphone for the microphone to work. This doesn't work. This works. So we want to hear what you have to say. Please get us started. Mike.
In the second section, the first lines talks about the patriarch in black. And it's the first time we've ever thought about Abraham being anything but pure and white. And it's a complete 180. It takes you to think about the patriarch in a dark place, in a different way than all the other times we've talked about this section. It's his struggles, but not maybe there's something nefarious going on with him as opposed to him being perfect and being wonderful.
We have a tradition that teaches us that all of our biblical role models are imperfect. They're all flawed human beings. We see God with flaws. It's really important to our tradition. So I'm really glad you're noticing Abraham as having a dark side, just like you do, just like I do, just like all of us do. Who else? Who else has something? Maxine, please.
We talked about we talked about I will not offer, and it is about a woman saying that she will not sacrifice her son, not my son, even though she's so grateful to God. And I thought that was amazing as a woman. And what does it mean? Does it mean that women have closer attachments to their child than a man like Abraham? I don't know. But all I know is that I love the passage. I think we all did.
Good. So I'm gonna push and David, I'm gonna push and challenge everyone a little bit, and I can do this very readily because I'm not a parent. So as we think, I would never do that with my child, a mother, a father, whomever. How many kids get offered up on the altar of make this grade, get into this college, get this kind of job, get that football scholarship, make that touchdown? You know, we have altars today that are a little bit different, but they're altars that sometimes we sacrifice our children to. It's not just a story about something bizarre that happened several thousand years ago that doesn't still happen today. I'm not suggesting every parent does that. I'm saying that sometimes that happens. And if we get a little bit stirred about the idea of sacrificing children, it's a good thing because it's real life. Rabbi Rosenberg.
Myra and I concentrated on the number 3 of that, whatever that poem is, and we could not figure out what the poet meant when she said, "As women wait." And
I heard that same comment.
And you know, I wouldn't even know where to begin on that.
Okay.
Although
a woman, except that it seems that in many societies, women, I'm speaking from as a man's point of view, women seem to be placed in a position where they have to do the waiting, like it or not. But I found the whole poem very challenging. And then, of course, the term waiting, all of us, as Myra had pointed out, that after waiting under his father's eyes, his life was probably darkened forever with that, living with that kind of PTSD.
Probably. How many times do you suppose as a rabbi I hear from an adult male, an adult female, an adult trans person? This was traumatizing to me when I was a child. It's not something just from the past. And as we talked about the women waiting, that's one of the things I heard other comments from other people. You know, the idea, this is something important for a man to go do with a male child, women waiting in the back, not even knowing what was going on. They weren't even aware of what was happening. Somebody else. Brenda.
I think in answer, is this all, okay? And also questioning the way Rabbi Rosenberg did.
A little bit closer, Brenda.
I think that the idea of the waiting in this passage is about waiting for approval. And when I look at it, I think of not only is this child waiting for the approval of his parent, but in many ways, and again it talks to all the different altars that we stand on, knowing it or not, women also have, to some extent, waited for the approval. And that's where I connected the women, in this case not as a mom, but as another child figure, almost.
Waiting for approval. The commentaries in the women's commentary challenge us. They really push us. They challenge us. They stimulate our thoughts to look at the text in ways that traditionally have just been looked at by men. Anybody else? Ruth. Hold on just a minute.
For me, the Torah recalls personal experiences, and I'm looking at with my grandfather, and I'm thinking of the farewell that I had with my grandfather in 1940 at a railroad station, knowing that he was left possibly for the flames that they talk about, the disaster, and yet he kept a loving a face and gave me a blessing, a grandfather's blessing, as we said goodbye.
Ruth, what a sweet, precious memory. Thank you for sharing that with us. You know, people who think this is just literature from thousands of years ago, it can really touch something in us as we wrestle with it, think about it. I'm really glad you had that memory and you shared it. Thank you. Ellen.
This is actually just a question. The benediction on the death of an only son, but he wasn't an only son.
Well, that's a lot of the controversy, right? You know, in the if you look at the translation, take your son, your only son, the one whom you love the most. And we know, in fact, it was not his only son. The Torah contradicts itself all the time. The Torah is known for not being consistent and not needing to be consistent. We pull out the part that we like, that focuses on the son Isaac. The Muslim tradition pulls out the other part that they like, focusing on Ishmael.
Right.
What's true? Yeah. Thank you for pointing out that inconsistency.
Could I ask a question also?
Of course.
All the times we've been doing this, I've never understood how old is Isaac supposed to be. I've never heard how old Isaac is supposed to be.
Yeah, I've never understood that either. Another one of those very good questions without one answer.
The rabbis give the answer 6 years old, 13 years old, 36 years old, 37 years old. Does that answer your question? There's no consistency, and many of them like to have him as a young adult, so that he can be more willing to do it. But others have him as really a little boy. So it's a great question that started being asked a couple of thousand years ago and hasn't been answered yet.
Oh, Marilyn.
I just have to go back and revisit the I will not offer and maybe quarrel with your argument in there.
Please.
I find that enormously difficult. One of the things that poem does to me makes me turn around and think, what if if Abraham was a mother? What if the person standing there was a mother? Would you interpret this view as less of a lack of faith in God, to say, this is my firstborn son from the point of view of a mother? The difficulty that I feel as a mother is really strong, and I put myself in that role and say, I don't think so. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could believe in that point. That's my first point, to just transpose that and think of a mother. And the other thing is, just to put it in terms of the sacrifice, I don't go along with your sacrifices of all those things you listed that we do for a son compared to a life. Mm-hmm. And the feeling of sacrificing your son's life. I don't buy it.
You do not have to buy it at all. Anybody else?
It's funny because I kind of do buy it. I hadn't really heard that. I hadn't heard that before, and so it made me think about how Isaac was forever changed by this situation, and you can see it in his choice of Rebecca, of wife, and you can see all throughout, you can see his PTSD kind of popping up. And what I noticed was maybe we don't put our children on the altar necessarily, but we might make them feel a certain way if they get a good grade or if they get a bad grade. Or they might sit with that, and those feelings have a tendency to snowball and to pick up. And before you know it, you have a complex that you didn't even realize that you had, affecting all of your decisions. So that's how I learned differently today.
I agree. Len.
When you talked about post-traumatic stress towards his father, he must have it towards his mother too. Why did she let her son go off with his father? Maybe she didn't know where he was going, but when it's all over, and he's sitting back there and he's saying, it was the two of them. I would think that, I don't know what the commentary would be about it, but I think would have some feelings for his mother, not just be isolated towards his father.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I think for her husband, she must have some feelings too when she finds out what happens.
Well, right after this, the very next portion is called Chaye Sarah, the life of Sarah, but it starts with her death. The very immediate next portion following this.
So she dies right afterwards?
Yes, she died. Right after this, we hear that she died. We don't hear about her hearing the news, not hearing the news. She died.
Was she sacrificed?
She died. She died. We have a microphone over here, please. Gary.
I picked up on the idea of Abraham's perfect faith. and how infrequent we hear that phrase, faith, because at least it seems to me throughout the rest of the Torah, we're not talking about faith. We're talking about adherence to commandments. We're talking about not worshiping idols. It's more action-oriented rather than what may be in your brain or how you express it through your words. And I think that the key for modern people, for me in particular, is that it's really not about my particular strength of belief, but it's more about the idea that God has provided us tools to use to make humanity and our world a better place.
Thank you. Thank you. I love that every year we look at this again and again, and that every year we get different perspectives on it. And I'm really grateful that we have a women's commentary and that we brought some things that might stimulate some thoughts for you. Later, when you're on your way out, it would be really helpful if you leave the books where you are, but don't leave these, or if you do, don't put them inside the book. Just set them on top of the book or under it. Take it with you if you like. If not, we'll make sure it gets recycled. But just please don't fold it and leave it inside. I thank you very much for all of your ideas about the Akedah. The Akedah challenges us year after year after year. And once again, here it is doing the same. One more thing I want to say too. The Akedah brings up all these things about parenting and about children and what kind of father was Abraham, all of those sorts of things. And what I generally say to people is, I couldn't possibly understand all that goes into parenting. So God bless you, parents. God bless you, parents. I know it's rich and rewarding and challenging and difficult, and God bless the parents of the world for doing the great job that you do. On page 245, while the Torah is still out in our midst, we offer a Misha Berach for healing. It's in the middle of page 245.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
As we pause between the verses, I invite anyone who would like to say the names aloud of people you're holding in your hearts for healing. Sam, Jesse. Bruce, Ed, Joanne.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
At the top of page 268, our next blowing of the shofar, this is zichranot, for memory. This blowing of the shofar reminds us that God remembers us and God cares about us. And memory is such an important aspect of Jewish life. So for the shofar blowing of zichranot, page 268, please rise. Tekiah. Shavarim teruah. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shavarim. Tekiah. Tekiah. Teruah. Tekiah. Please be seated. The next few pages, there are blessings to say on your own before we return to the Torah to the Ark. Take a few moments for your own private reflections, and we will be together on page 277 with Eitz Chaim. Page 277, let's stand.
Eitz Chaim hi lemachzikim ba betomchecha meusha derachecha darheinu b'chol netivotecha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva ad ish yameinu
Let's be seated. We're on page 278. Prayers for the third and final sounding of the shofar evoke the revelation at Mount Sinai when the people experienced God amidst thunder and lightning and a dense cloud upon the mountain and a very loud blast of the horn. The shofar's blast, a sound conveying warning, triumph, and celebration, here marks a moment of intense spiritual elevation when a band of newly liberated slaves entered a sacred covenant with the divine. The shofar, according to a midrash, signifies freedom. In ancient Israel, it was sounded to announce the coming of the Jubilee in the 50th year, a time of liberation for servants and restoration of land for the poor. In the Jewish imagination, the shofar blast remains a symbol of the here and now redemption for which Jews have prayed since we first stood at the shore of the Sea of Reeds. In our own time as well, we pray for freedom from violence, persecution, and injustice. Page 284, we rise for hear the shofar of hope. Baruch atah Adonai, shomea kol teruah amo Yisrael berachamim. Blessed are you in our lives, Adonai. You hear with love the shofar, true voice of your people Israel. Tekiah. Shivarim teruah. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shivarim. Tekiah. Tekiah. Teruah. Right here we have a Tekiah Gedolah. In a moment, we'll hear Tekiah Gedolah from everyone who brought a shofar with you. But here, Tekiah Gedolah. Yasher Koach. Would you please remain standing as we join together in the Aleinu at the top of page 286.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated.
שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. Page 288. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Page 290. If some messenger were to come to us with the offer that death should be overthrown, but with the one inseparable condition that birth should also cease, if the existing generation were given the chance to live forever, but on the clear understanding that never again would there be a child or a youth or first love, never again new persons with new hopes, new ideas, new achievements, ourselves for always and never any others, could the answer be in doubt? When we fear death's decree, let this bring us solace, the memory of loved ones who have gone before us, a vision of generations to come, through whom we reach far into the future beyond our own lives. Alas for those that never sing, but die with all their music in them. Let us treasure the time we have and resolve to use it well, counting each moment precious, a chance to apprehend some truth, to experience some beauty, to conquer some evil, to ease some suffering, to love and to be loved, to achieve something of lasting worth. There is promise within each of us that only we can fulfill. Let us live our lives so that someday it will be true to say of us, the world is a little better because for just one moment they lived in it. Page 292. As a community, we at Temple Habonim mourn the recent loss of life all around the world to acts of senseless gun violence, to acts of terrorism, to acts of natural disaster. If there's anyone here today who's mourning a recent death, or recalling someone in the first year of mourning, or recalling a yahrzeit, I invite you to stand, tell us the name of the person you remember, and who that person was to you.
My friend Chris Connell.
Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of each one bring us blessing. Let's stand. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma Divra Chirutei V'yamlich Malchutei B'chayei Chon Uv'yomei Chon Uv'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv V'imru Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Ul'olmei Olmaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yit'aleh V'yithalal Shemei Dekudisha La'ela ul'ela mikol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru oseh shalom bimramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru. May the source of peace bestow peace on all who mourn, and may we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved, as together we say, please be seated.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu.
Page 294.
Hayom, 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 te'amtenu, amen. Hayom, 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 tevarchenu, amen. Hayom, 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 tegadlenu,
amen.
Hayom, 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 tirshenu litova,
amen.
Hayom, 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 tichtavenu lechayim tovim,
amen.
Hayom, 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 tishma shavatenu.
Amen.
Hayom, 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 tikabel barachamim, uratzon et tefilatenu. Amen. Hayom, 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 timchenu bimin sidkecha. Amen.
Before our final Tekiah Gedolah,
many of you who have been around for a while know that Leslie Katz and I like to sing together a lot. And one of the things that we've done in preparation for all of these High Holy Days is a song that kind of stays true. It's applicable anytime. The song is called If Not Now, Tell Me When. It's a secular song that we hunted down some of the Hebrew words for. The words are Im Lo Akshav Me Atai. So if you'd like to sing along at any point, if not now, tell me when. Im Lo Akshav Me Atai. This is also a really good time, since it's a new year, to share how much I appreciate you, Leslie, and how much you do for our congregation. It's a true blessing.
Im lo akshav me'atai, im lo akshav me'atai. We may never see this moment or place and time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when.
I see sorrow and trouble in this land. I see sorrow and trouble in this land. Although there will be struggle, make the change we can. If not now, if not now, tell me when.
I may never see the promised land. I may never see the promised land. And yet we'll make the journey and walk it hand in hand. If not now, if not now, tell me when.
Please join us. If not now, tell me when. Not now.
Tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment or place and time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when. So we'll work until it's done. Every daughter, every son, every soul that ever longed for something better, something brighter. It will take a change of heart for this to mend.
Yes, it'll take a change of heart for this to mend.
But miracles do happen every shining now and then. If not now, if not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment or place and time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when. But miracles do happen every shining now and then. If not now, if not now, tell me when. If not not now, if not now, tell me when. Im lo achshav, im lo achshav, me'atai.
Thank you. So the word is now. The word is achshav, now. I hope there are a lot of shofarot in the congregation. If you have a shofar, please stand up. Let's hear it. One. That's it. Okay, here we go. Our final Tekiah Gedolah. It's a duet. Our final Tekiah Gedolah to remind us to remember as we go forward. We've got about a week or so until Yom Kippur. More work to do. Tekiah Gedolah.